the Tonepros 2, and from what I read, this is supposed to fit on this particular guitar. I'm just gonna go through what I usually do, set up my guitar. I'm gonna do all the cleaning and all that stuff. The only thing I'm really worried about is these parts here. I'm just wondering if they're gonna fit directly in here. I bought another set at one point and they were far too big, so I'm just hoping they're just gonna be perfect fit for this guy. So if you're wondering what kind of bridge came with this particular guitar, the literature I found online said that this thing is a titanium bridge. So tone-wise, I didn't have any issues with this particular bridge, which kind of sucks because I didn't really want to invest any more money. Like, I've changed the pickup in this particular guitar. I've changed, these here are the Emerson Custom kit for the Les Paul Junior. I put some hip shots on this thing. Now, some people might say, why are you investing so much money on a guitar that a lot of people hate? Well, because one, it was affordable. Two, I don't hate it. I think it's a very cool guitar, and this is a custom pickup. I like the neck, I like everything about it. This should be my last investment in this particular guitar, and then it's mine. I get to be happy with it because I have tuning stability. Hopefully this is not too much of a pain to get out of there. There's your little Allen key for the fine adjustments on the bridge. There is the bridge itself, the poles or the posts. This top part here, let me put it in focus. This top part here unscrews from the top. That's what it looks like. Okay, so it really does lock. Nice, okay. So they look to be the same diameter, except the original one seems to be just a bit deeper, not by much. And yeah, it's a perfect fit. Perfect. Okay, so should I take these out and replace them with these? Is that gonna make that big of a difference? I think it will. From what I'm seeing, there's a bit of a gap. I know you can't really see very well, but there's a bit of a gap about 1/2 centimeter deep. Yeah, it fits. Let me see if it goes down all the way. Okay, so it goes down here, and then I can lock it in. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just removing the top part because the bridge wasn't sliding in. And that means this part here would screw on and lock on. Look at that, it locks onto the bridge. I got just enough clearing here so the bridge is not stuck onto the pickup, which is fantastic. And the top part unscrews so you can lock this on to here. And then all you got to do is just your fine adjustments with a little tool over here to get this guy down as far as you want. I'm not going to need these guys because it fits into the Gibson quite fine the way it is. I'm going to be doing the fine adjustment. I'm just going to set the proper height. The bridge is a bit thick, to be honest, but it's not so thick that I can't get something neat in terms of string height. I usually play my strings pretty high anyways. So I'm going to get this down fairly low, put the strings through, and see what the action looks like, because that's really the most important. If it's too high and it's uncomfortable to play, then this might not be the bridge for me. But from what I can see right now, a couple of millimeters down, and I should be good to go. One of the things that kind of bugs me about this bridge is the curve here. I'm going to try to get a side view of it, but it's a pretty steep curve for the string. So what I do is I just manually try to fold it in. Okay, that's in here. Perfect. The high E string. So learning the string angle on this thing is a bit of a pain because the string is going beneath where it should be going. So what I'm going to do is just give it a bit of a curve so that it is going through here, because there's a hole in the bridge. Oh, you're gonna make me sweat, you mother. Only because I'm filming. Ever try to get strings in when you got sweaty hands? Okay, so I got both E strings on here. And what I'm hoping that I can adjust the string height, not get any buzz, and be able to get this going. So it's technically taken me way longer than it usually would, just because I'm installing something new. I got the cameras going, I have to look at the battery, have to look at how much time I got left to film. I think usually something like this would take even someone like me who's not super good at this stuff, maybe like 15 minutes tops. I'm just gonna adjust the string height and go from there.
One eternity later.
Now just check the tuning of the high E string and the low E string, and I'm not gonna have to move the little post with the Allen key here, which I would have inserted in the back, and either move it this way or move it out that way, depending on whether it was sharp or flat, but I'm spot on. I'm pretty lucky that way. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go through all the individual strings, check the tuning, if everything is spot on, and set the intonation if required. Then we're going to check out how the intonation is with this particular bridge, and I'm gonna give you my overall impression of this Tonepros 2. Now I'm done with the install. I did the intonation, everything is ready. So I just have the tuner here on the NUX MJ300. The reason why I'm using this one is because my other tuner, which is a Behringer, not too reliable. This one here is much better. So that's the one I'm opting for. So as you can see through this camera right here, we have a pretty big window here where we can see the tuning, and it's actually pretty precise. So I did the intonation the best that I could. I'm gonna hold the guitar this way because I don't wanna be in the way of this camera. Everything's ready to go. So let me see my tuning. So essentially everything is where it should be. I'm probably gonna have to do some tweaking after this video. I don't have the tilt anymore. I do have some fine tweaking abilities with this particular bridge. I got the action low enough. So if you're wondering whether I would recommend it, as of right now, filming this video, yes. If you're watching this later, you can ask me in the comments if I still recommend this bridge or if there's any caveats, things you should watch out for. But at the moment, everything is doing what it's supposed to. It's sustaining well, it sounds good. I haven't noticed anything taken away from what I was used to with the other bridge. So obviously, if you have a Gibson, it's gonna fit right in. If you have this particular year, the 2015, whether you have a special or a junior, it's gonna fit on there. You don't even have to take out anything. All you gotta do is just take the posts here and just put them into the guitar. There's no modification or anything. Perfect fit for these guitars. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any other questions, just let me know in the comment section below. And in the meantime, if you want to watch any other video, you can click right here on screen, click on one of those videos, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.